discuss about loops basically, because for writing every code or to implement any condition, we need that we need to know what are loops and how these are implemented. So basically, loops we have of three types: while loop, do while loop, and for loop. Okay, so basically we have these three types of loops that are there in C, which we will understand one by one. What are these loops and what it does? Basically, loops are nothing but if you want to apply some condition or some iterations you have to perform, which have multiple, like you need to print 10 natural numbers. So for that, for implementing those 10 natural numbers after each iteration, you need to have to learn what are loops and how to implement that. So in first we will see what are while loops. So basically, while loops. So in this we have a statement and a condition, or you can say expression and a condition. So our syntax for while loop will be like this: while condition. So if some condition is being passed to this loop and is correct, true, then this loop will be implemented and we will go inside this particular loop. If this condition is false, then our cursor will come out of this loop and implement the next instructions if available. So this is the only thing. Like for example, if you have a condition, say while x is greater than 0. So here x is nothing but a variable which we have discussed before. So x, for example, is 5. So if 5 is greater than 0, then it will come inside and implement x plus plus something like that. If it is, for example, x is equal to minus 1, then this condition won't be true, and outside this statement or loop, whatever instructions or C code is there will be implemented. So as per the conditions, this while loop will check whether which condition is true or false. Accordingly, we'll send the instruction, we'll suggest the compiler that to go inside the loop and implement it. So this is basically while loop. So you have this particular expression in which, like, we can draw a flowchart of this. Here we have a expression like this. We generally, there will be an expression, and if that expression will be true, then we will go inside the body of the loop. Correct? And if this condition is false, then we will go to the next instruction after the loop. And if this body of loop is implemented, then it can go and again check for the condition. For example, if we have told you that x is equal to 5, and if x is greater than 0, means this condition will, or you can say 1 second, x is less than 10. So 5 is less than 10, condition becomes true. So it will go inside this loop and implement it. Then again after that, because the condition is not still failed, so we will again go and check whether 5 is now, if we see x plus plus we are doing, so x value becomes 6, so we can check whether 6 is less than 10, and again it will go inside the loop till it reaches to 10, where 10 is less than 10, where condition becomes false, and it will come outside the loop. So I hope you get it. These all are like specific looping things, like number of looping steps or iterations continuously which need to happen. So for that we need loops, and for this scenario we need while loop. So we will move forward for the do while loop. So like while loop, forward and discuss on do while loop. So do while loop. So here there is just slight difference between while and do while. In while, what we do is provide a condition, that's all, and as per the condition, if that condition is true, then it will move inside the loop and execute the code. But as in do while, first it will do the whatever. If we want to implement some statements, then do while will do first, it will implement and then it will trigger the loop. But in this case there is one more difference, like for while loop, for loop or functions, function definitions we will study forward. So there will be curly braces after that loop, while and expression. But in do while loop, what happens? Do while loop, after do there will be statements, and then while and expression or condition, and then we will put a semicolon. In the case of do while loop only. In while loop we don't need any semicolons, but in do while should have a semicolon. So like that only we have to prepare our code. So I will tell you the exact syntax of the do while loop now. So do, then statements, then whatever, then again while and a condition, and we will put a semicolon. So this is how like this is the syntax for the do while loop. So now we will go for the flow chart, like how to implement this and what are conditions step by step, like for flow chart. So for flow chart of this, first we will have that body of the loop. We will have the body, like for do, body of loop. Then we will have this while condition. What we will say, it is an expression or while condition. If that becomes true, it will be executed and again will go on. But if this becomes false, then it will go outside while and execute other instructions. So I hope you get it, the flow chart. Now we will move forward and take a example on do while loop, so that we will cover both do and while loop statements. Okay. So we will discuss here like how to implement one code, write a program to print all even numbers between 1 to 10. So for that we will be, so now we will move forward with respect to coding. Like in do while loop, now we will write a code using do while loop to print all even numbers between 1 to 10. You all know that even numbers between 1 to 10 are nothing but 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we are going to print that, nothing else, just as an example for do while loop. So generally we write this, that you all know. So basically int main. After this, what we were going to do, we are going to int I is equal to 0. Like in order to start from 0, because we need to print even numbers. So now we can do I is equal to I plus 2. Then we can do printf %d /n, then I. So now after doing this, we can go for while I is less than equal to 10, semicolon, as in while loop, semicolon, do while, we write semicolon for while loop. Now after that, oh, 1 second, sorry, do, or you may do like this, int I is equal to 0, then do, and then this. Then after that you have to close this and return 0. Yes. So what this code is exactly doing, we are getting I is equal to 0, then we will go into the do condition where I becomes 2. So our output will be like this, 2 will be printed. So 2 will be printed. After that it will go and check for 2 is less than equal to 10, condition becomes true. After that it will go again and try for I. Now I is 2, then it will be 2 plus 2 added, that is 4, and then it will print again, that is 4. So like that it will go on and it will print all the even numbers in between 1 to 10. So that's all. Now we'll move forward for the for loop condition. Looping statement, that is the last one, for loop. So for loop is a little different from while and do while, but do the same thing only, just that the implementation is different. So we have a for, and then we have expression 1 comma semicolon, expression 2 semicolon, expression 3. So what are these expressions holding? What are the values that are being held by these expressions? So first expression is for initialization. Second is for condition. And third is for updating an expression. Like post or pre, increment, decrement operators as per the requirement. So this is the basic syntax for loop. So we will check for the flow chart and we will try to implement one code also in this. We will go for the flow chart of this. So first step of our flow chart will be initialization. Then it will go for the condition. But after this it will go for the body of the loop. Whatever we write when the condition becomes true, when we go inside that body, whatever is implemented, we will implement that. After that we will update the expression, that is expression 3. Updating expression. So So this is the four main scenarios. So if initialization after that condition, if condition becomes true, then it will go inside the body of the loop, update the expression, then it will go back again to implement it till the condition becomes false. If the condition becomes false, like while loop only, it will go for the next instruction outside the loop. I hope you get it till here. So now we will see what comes under initialization, condition and updating an expression. So for that we will write one simple code first, and then we can go for further advanced coding. Natural number. So I will write that question. Write a program to print first 10 natural numbers. Okay, so for this, first we need to write hash include so this is compulsory for every code. After that we will go inside this and we will declare a variable. As natural numbers are of integer type, so declare a variable as integer as I for running the loop for first and natural numbers. So as we have learned, for then expression 1. Expression 1 is nothing but natural numbers start from 1. So I is equal to 1 initialization. After that we will put a condition, that is for printing 10 natural numbers. So the condition should be to print from 1 to 10. So for that we can do I is less than equal to 10. So 1 should be less than till that condition becomes false. We need to run the loop in order to print first 10 natural numbers. And after every iteration or loop sequence, we need to update the expression. As I have told you, first you need to initialization, then condition, then body of the loop, and after that you need to update. So printf %d /n, or then we can do I. Hope you get it till here. Then you need to do, it is optional for now, return 0 or nothing. If it is int main, then it is compulsory to return 0, as you have to as it is an integer data type, that is necessary to return something, and in this case we have nothing, so we are returning 0. One or two more codes to understand better for the for loop. So print table of any number. For example, we are printing, so our basic step, that is compulsory. I'm not going to write this hash include in my next upcoming videos, as you all know. No need to tell these things. So here int main, after that what we need to do is int taking a variable as I, then taking a number as num, and for example table, another variable. So we have taken 3 variables here. While we are doing this, I will let you know. So after that I am inputting a number, for example enter a number, then we do scanf, as we are inputting the number for which we want to print our tables. So %d ampersand num, better to make a /n here. So after that what we need to do, we need to for I is equal to 0, sorry, I is equal to 1, since the table will start from 1, I is less than equal to 10, table should be part till 10, and I plus plus. So this you all understand, we are doing like we have to print a table from for example 5, and we have to print it from 1 to 10. So that is why we are applying for this loop condition, and we are incrementing after each operation. So after that we will have taken another variable, say table already is equal to num. Why we are doing this, I'll let you know. Then we need the table is equal to table into I. Now we are doing printf %d/n table, return 0, condition loop, we are closing the loop. So here what we are doing, we are getting the output as enter number, and we are getting, for example, we are inputting a number 5. So after this, that 5 value will be transferred to table. Okay, so when we come in condition, we will check 1 is less than 10, condition true. So we'll go inside the loop and we'll transfer the num value into table as 5, and then we will do table is equal to table into I, that is I is 1, so 5 into 1, that is 5. So for that we will print that table, so 5 will be printed. Again after that condition, we will go and again check the condition, and here I is 2, so 2 is less than equal to 10, condition again becomes true. So now the table has a value of 5. So if table has the value of 5, we can't go in this step and try again 5 into 2, because it will create difficulties in next iteration. So what we are doing num, again transferring the value to table as 5, and again implemented 5 into 2, that is 10. Now if you understand, table is become 10, so this particular value will become 10 again, table will be updated as 10. So if 10 multiplied by 3, that will become 30, so that is not a good, like that will become wrong. So that is why we have taken transferring that num value again and again to table, so that our table value won't get updated and print again. So now I becomes 3, 3 is less than equal to 10. Now num 5 will be transferred to table, and 5 into 3, that is 50. So like that it will go on till I becomes 10. So in 10 case, 10 is less than equal to 10, condition true, 5 will be transferred to table again, then 5 into 10, that is 50, and it again goes, and 11, I will become 11 as I plus plus. So 11 is less than equal to 10, condition false, and it will go out of the loop. So this will be printed as table of 5. I hope you have got that for loop, while loop, do while loop in this sessions. So basically our all basic concepts that are to be taught has been completed here, and if you haven't seen, you can go in the previous videos shared in the link down the video, and also for the upcoming videos we will now code one at a time and explain each code, because that code logic level will be soon, we will try to implement a better and little difficult, we will move to a difficult scenario and we will try to implement that code. So please follow up in the next one.